Good morning, my beautiful friends, and happy Monday. My message to you today comes, thank you, Grant Cardone. I went to a 10X Live event here in Las Vegas it was on Saturday, and he said, okay, there's 6 things I want you to know about money. And he proceeded to list 6 things, and it was so solid, so good. But I'm going to shift it a little and make it, okay, here's 5 things I want you to know about nutrition, okay? So Grant was my inspiration for this, but these things come from my brain, not from anybody else's. So I hope it all makes sense, and I hope it all helps you, and helps you just truly crush your life, crush your success, crush your nutrition, okay? So the very first thing that I want you to know about nutrition is that it's important. I know that sounds simple, and you're probably like, yeah, duh. But your nutrition is important. And I feel like right now, so often we hear the message of self-love and self-acceptance, and it's all true. And it is important to love yourself. It is important to love every phase of every journey you go on. It is important to love yourself for who you are now so that you can become the person that you're striving to be. But it is also important to fuel yourself correctly. Yes. Just like it's important to put the right kind of gas and the right kind of oil in your car so that it can run optimally, it is important for you to fuel yourself correctly so that you can run optimally and you can feel your best. Yes. So the very first thing I want you to know about nutrition is it is important. Is it as important as self-love? Yes, it is. But it is also important to fuel yourself correctly and to learn about how to do that. And that is truly one of the things I love most about Beachbody and what we stand for. Is it's all about the normal scientific formula. Exercise, eat healthy equals you feel and look fabulous, right? It's not a special magical pill. It's not a special magical thing. It's just hard work and consistency and food from the grocery store that is healthy and whole and fabulous. And if you don't know this already, if you want to educate yourself more fully on what it looks like to fuel yourself better, we have 2 educational nutrition programs, and they teach you every single day, if you want them to, what it looks like to eat healthy. And what I mean by if you want them to is you have to do the work. You have access to them. You have access to the videos forever, but you have to plug into them. Cool, maybe you bought To Be Mindset 2 years ago. It hasn't even been out for 2 years, almost 2 years come May. But if you don't watch the videos, it ain't doing nothing for you. Yes. If you bought Ultimate Portion Fix and you have access to those nutrition course videos, but you don't actively watch them, it ain't doing nothing for you. Yes. I have one of my friends bought To Be Mindset. She watched the videos through once and then she returned them. And she was like, yeah, I got the general concept. I don't need it anymore. And I was like, seriously? You can soak in information that quickly that you don't need any more help ever again with your nutrition ever. #jealous. I want to be like that. Yeah. It's like personal development for our nutrition. Yes. So even if you are crushing your nutrition right now, it's because you're doing things every single day to crush your nutrition right now. Yes. And the more you plug into those educational nutrition videos, the more you make time for them, the more you make them important, the better your nutrition will be every single day. Yes. Okay. Second thing I want you to know about nutrition is that it affects every single area of your life. It affects your energy. It affects your personal belief in yourself. It affects your confidence. It affects everything you do. Bye, Jamie. Miss you. I love you, my friend. It affects everything in your life and everything that you do. Yes. And if you don't believe that, try it. Give me the gift of just trying it and giving it some faith. Go a week and actually commit to whatever nutrition you committed to following. If you committed to being sugar-free for a week, do it. If you committed to not having Diet Coke for a week, do it. If you committed to following the container system, getting every container in and not going over on anyone for a week, do it. And I absolutely 12 million% promise you, everything in your life will change, because following these nutrition tips and following whatever you set your mind to will give you so much confidence to achieve everything else that you want to in the rest of your life, because you're finally proving to yourself that you can do something hard. Yes, because it's not easy. It is not easy to fuel yourself correctly. There's a reason why so many people can go to the gym, they can push play on a workout, they can work out 6 days a week, 7 days a week, but they don't look any different. It's because nutrition is important, right? Exercise is important for heart health, yes, but nutrition is important for overall health. And when you do it, when you truly stick to your nutrition, it affects everything in your life. There was a period of time after I had my second cute little girl, I really wanted to commit to 80-day obsession. And it was October, the beginning of October. And so that meant that, that program takes about 3 months to complete. And that meant that I was going to finish on December 29th. Yes, that meant I was going to be doing 80-day obsession through October, through November, through December, like the hardest quarter of the year to truly, truly stick to your nutrition, because you've got Halloween candy floating around everywhere. You've got like thoughts of Thanksgiving all the time in November, and you've got all the Christmas sweets in December. I allowed myself 5 cheat days where I didn't have to follow the nutrition from 80-day obsession. And so I gave myself Halloween, Thanksgiving Day, the day after Thanksgiving, because that's kind of a tricky day sometimes to like just dive right back into awesome nutrition, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I will tell you, like the days like Halloween, I was like, yes, I'm going to eat all the things. But come like Thanksgiving time and Christmas Eve, I truly was like, I wanted to still follow the containers for the most part. And then I just gave myself like a cheat meal rather than a whole cheat day, because I felt so good and not just like my body felt good, but I felt good about myself because I finally had done something hard that I committed to. And there's a quote from the book, Girl, Wash Your Face, where she talks about how she had an obsession with Diet Coke. And this is Rachel Hollis, if you're familiar with her. But she talked about how she had an obsession with Diet Coke, and she just decided, like, I'm just going to quit cold turkey. I'm going to stop drinking it. And so she did. And she just kept telling herself, like, what if just this once I actually did what I committed to? And then like on the days that it got hard, she would just remind herself, like, what if just this once? What if just this once? What if just this once I did that, right? And so I made that my screensaver throughout 80-day obsession. I just made a like little graphic on an app called Word Swag that's free that just said, what if just this once? And on the days it got hard, it reminded me, like, what if just this once I actually committed to something I said I was going to do? And y'all, I did it. And not only did I do it, but I did it when I was living with my in-laws. Yes, we moved. Now, in October, we lived in Utah. We moved at the beginning of November. Yes, at the beginning of November to another state. And we moved in with my in-laws, who have like the most beautiful and glorious and temptress pantry in the world. And my mother-in-law is like so good at making all my favorite sweets, and she knows what I love. And it was like Chick-fil-A peppermint shake time, which is like my weakness. And there was like so much temptation everywhere. But what if just this once? What if just this once I actually did what I said I was going to do? And it affected every single area of my life because I did it. I actually did it. And I'm telling you, if you commit to something and you stick to it, it will bless and change your life and every area of your life. As a mom, as a wife, as a teacher, as a daughter, as a friend, as a realtor, as a whatever you are, it will bless and change your life. Yes. Okay. Third thing I want you to know about nutrition, and this kind of goes along with what I was just talking about. Following it gives you confidence. Period. Following your nutrition, sticking to what you said you will do, it will give you confidence. So if confidence is something you struggle with, look at your nutrition, see what you can change, learn more about it, decide, commit, succeed. Yeah, that's our Beachbody slogan. And I love it. I think it's so succinct and so perfect. And it will give you confidence when you make a decision, when you commit to it, and when you succeed. Okay, fourth thing I want you to know about nutrition is it's really not as hard as we make it out to be, right? This kind of goes along with what I was talking about earlier. It's the scientific formula, right? Like eat less than you burn, right? And then you'll lose weight if that's your goal. If your goal is to maintain, eat as much as you burn. If your goal is to gain healthy weight, eat more than you burn, right? But it is not as hard as we make it out to be. Every single person in the world knows how to eat healthy. It's here, right? But it's 10% head knowledge, 90% action, and 90% discipline. I think I've heard it said like it's 20% head knowledge, 80% discipline. I don't agree. Honestly, I think it's like maybe 3% head knowledge, 97% actual discipline and knowing. Everyone knows what to do. Every single person knows they need to eat fruits and vegetables. They need to drink water. They need to have whole foods. They know that organic is better than non-organic. They know that whole wheat bread is better than white bread. They know that a salad is a better choice than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? Like everybody knows what to do. They know that picking vegetables and protein over a greasy hamburger and fries is a better choice. They know that, but they don't do it. Yes. So don't think you're missing something big and key and crazy when it comes to your nutrition. You're not. You know what to do. It's not as hard as we make it out to be as far as the head knowledge goes, but it all comes from having the discipline to actually do it. And that is where I come in. That is where we come in as a community. That is why I do these calls every single Monday, is to help you continue to show up, to help you remember why you started, to help you have that 90% of discipline and action when you know your 10% of head knowledge. Yes. That is why we have our accountability group on Facebook. That is why we have our accountability group on my challenge tracker if you're specifically doing the bar program with me right now. That is why we have each other, because it is 90% actually doing it and having the discipline to do it. So plug in to the community. If you struggle with your nutrition, keep yourself accountable in our group. Say, this is my goal. And every single day you can come back and comment and say, y'all, I did it, or y'all, I didn't do it. And you can be accountable to us. We will cheer you on every step of the way. You can text me if I'm your coach. You can text your coach if I'm not your coach. You can whatever. We are here for you. Yes, to help you succeed, to help you decide, to help you commit, and to help you see it through. Yes? Okay. Last thing I want you to know about nutrition is it's about progress, not perfection. Okay? Decide right now to forgive yourself for the day you mess up. There's a book called Finish by John Acuff, and he talks about the day after perfect. And I love everything he talks about in there. Is that the basic concept is everybody who sets New Year's resolutions, they make it until February 14th, because that's the first holiday of the year. And then come February 14th, they have candy, they have more than they wanted to because they've been depriving themselves for so long, and then they give in, and then they're like, okay, well, I've already messed up, so I might as well just binge, and then they do. And then the 15th comes, and they're like, okay, I screwed up already. Like yesterday was awful. And so I guess this just isn't my year, actually. And I'm just going to give up on my health goals. Never mind. And they still have 10 and a half months left in the year, you guys. The day after perfect is the most important. The day you mess up, it's okay. You're human. I'm human. We are all human. Yes. Congratulations if you didn't know that already. Right? The day after perfect is the most important day, because that is the day you brush yourself off. That is the day you decide to try again. And guess what? If you're human, which remember you are, you will mess up again. And maybe it'll be February 16th. Maybe you'll day after perfect, February 15th, I'm great. And then you'll mess up again February 16th. Okay, cool. What are you doing February 17th? Are you going to throw in the towel for the rest of the 10 and a half months that we have left in 2020? Or are you going to brush yourself off and try again? Even if every other day you're messing up, that means you did awesome, because it's a leap day, right? What's 366 divided by 2? 183, I think. That means you were rocking with your nutrition 183 days out of the year, okay? And then, well, and even more than that, because if you went January 1st all the way through January or February 13th rocking it, that means you did more than that. So you're like 210-ish days that you rocked it out of 366 days. Yes? So forgive yourself. Yes? Brush yourself off. The day after perfect is the most important. It is okay to make mistakes, but it is not okay to give up. You will either succeed or you will quit. That is it. There is nothing else. You will succeed with what you want, or you will quit. Just want that to soak in for a sec. Yeah. There literally is nothing else. It might take you longer than you thought it would. It might be harder than you thought it would, but you will either succeed or you will quit. Yes? So please choose now to be someone who succeeds. Decide to be someone who finishes what they set out to do, even if it takes you longer than you thought it would. Decide now that you're going to brush yourself off, to forgive yourself for not being perfect, and that the day after perfect, you're going to try again. Yes? And if you need a good book to listen to or read, Finish by John Acuff is freaking awesome. Anything by John Acuff is freaking awesome. Let's be real. Okay, that's all I've got for you. I love you. I believe in you. Just to recap, the first thing I want you to know about nutrition is that it's important. So make it important. Yes, make time for it. The second thing I want you to know about your nutrition is that it affects every single area of your life. The third thing, and that's good and bad. Yes, if you have bad nutrition, it affects every area of your life. If you have good nutrition, it affects every area of your life. The third thing I want you to know about nutrition is that it gives you confidence when you are rocking your nutrition and when you actually set what you said you were going to do. You're actually doing it. The fourth thing I want you to know about nutrition is that it's not as hard as we make it out to be. Yes, you know what to do. Now just do it and plug into the community that we have to help you do it if you need that help and that accountability. The fifth thing I want you to know about nutrition is that it's about making progress and not about being perfect. Okay? I love you. I believe in you. I am here for you. And I will see you later, my friends.